Alright, so this has been cooking for 3 hours and 20 minutes in the sun. So take off the glass. You can really smell it. It smells really good. I'm going to take off the lid. It's about 90 degrees in the center there. Ooh, it's actually boiling. Looks really good. Excellent. I added these corner mirrors. This is the first one, but I have 3 more in all corners. This just gives it a little more reflecting sun. Especially if the sun now is coming from this side, it just takes all the sun in and focuses it through the glass there. So I just have 2 little strips of fabric that I use, and I just clothespin them up there. And that works really well. So now I have all the mirrors, all these corner mirrors. Like I said, I just put with 2 clothespins, and here I can adjust the height of this mirror, which also tilts these mirrors. So it's just this huge section of mirrors, and as the sun the sunlight comes down, it takes all this light and then it focuses it down into the glass. So I'm very happy with that. So to disassemble it, you take out the corner mirrors and you can just pack them together, and then all the square mirrors, they just fold down on top of each other. And you can pile actually the triangle mirrors on top, make a little pile of mirrors, and you can carry it around. So I'm just preheating the water and the pot right now to make soup. So I'm going to start cutting up the vegetables and put them in, and we can start cooking. So I just spent about half an hour cutting up all these vegetables really small. So I have about 3 or 4 potatoes in here, 4 carrots, green pepper, some onions, and I squished some garlic in and I mixed it all together. So that's going to be the soup. And actually out there, the water from the soup is already heating up inside the pot. So I have the bouillon cubes, I have 3 cubes and 1.25 liters of water, and it's over 60 degrees right now. So I'm going to add the vegetables, and then it's going to simmer for about 3 hours. Sun's very strong. It's about 12 o'clock. Should work very well. I just added all the vegetables to the soup and give it a little stir. And I keep this temperature gauge in there just so I can monitor the progress. This seems like a really good amount for this size pot. So it's 1.25 liters of water and a lot of vegetables. You can basically add whatever you want. So I want to mix it around so the bouillon is all even. And then you really don't have to do anything. You just wait for a couple hours and the sun will do its work. There's no burning or anything. The liquid will move around as it heats and it'll kind of mix itself. So now we put the glass back on and then we wait. The sun is a little more on this side now, so I have shade here and a little bit of shade here. So that means these I want steeper so that the sun can come in and reflect in. And these I want to lean them back so when the sun comes from this angle, it'll go like that and go in. So I'm able to adjust the mirrors quite well. It's working really, really well. So I can just stand in here and watch it cook, record all the temperatures. I can basically do anything. I can basically just set this up and leave it for 2 hours and it won't need any adjustment. Adjusting every hour allows it to cook a little bit faster, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And it's so insulated that it's just been increasing 1 degree every 4 minutes, no matter how hot it is. So I have 4 inches of insulation all around. It's definitely helping. I could still do double pane glass if I want to improve that, but for stew, because it's a lower temperature, it's working really well. I like to bake another loaf of bread, so I can bake bread and have the stew together, so it's all solar cooked food. Be very fantastic. So the solar cooked soup is really delicious. Everything's thoroughly cooked. It tastes great. I didn't have to use any electricity or gas. And I don't know why anybody would make a soup like this inside their house when you can slow cook it so nicely over a couple hours outside and it doesn't heat up your house. I mean, these days it's like 36 degrees here in Mexico, so I don't know why you'd use an oven inside. There's so much heat and sunlight outside to cook your food. Okay, so the bread's almost ready to put in the solar oven. We preheated it. It's at 116 degrees Celsius and it's almost 12 o'clock now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray just a little bit of water. This is just drinking water, and I'm spraying it on the top surface, and this will help it brown at the lower temperatures of the solar oven. There's the finished loaf of bread, cooked by the sun. It's amazing, it's nice and crispy. So it's a lot hotter this time. It's really good. You can see some nice browning color, which is nice. Mostly aesthetic, but it still adds a nice touch. So I'm hoping that inside it's still nice and moist and cooked, but the top is definitely nice and crunchy. So I just knocked it out of the pan. This is what it looks like. A lot of browning here, I don't know why. There's a nice golden color all the way around. Just a beautiful, beautiful loaf of bread. It's so pretty hot. Nice and squishy.